started. I'm really honored to kick off today's ceremony. I'm Matt Nawn. I am not the Matthew Nawn whose Eagle Scout project is behind me, Sweeper C-145. I was what they call the project coach, but I'm really glad you joined us today. A couple of folks are going to say a few words before we turn it over to our Eagle Scout candidate, Matthew E. Nawn, whose project it is. We'll say a few words as well. We will cut the ribbon and conclude our ceremony. Again, thank you very much for joining us. At this point, I'll ask Ed Amrine on behalf of Baltimore Streetcar Museum to say a few words.
Well, I want to thank Matthew Nawn over there for making this his Eagle Scout project. He's put a lot of hard work into it. I also have to thank the members of the Baltimore Streetcar Museum who have also donated quite a bit of money towards the project. And also the Friends of Philadelphia Trolley who have really put a lot of effort into helping Matthew put this project together. The whole exterior has been totally repainted, has new windows in it. So it's been a really nice restoration, and I want to thank you, Matthew. Way over there. Okay.
All right, now we're going to invite Harry Donahue from the Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys to say a few words. Go ahead, Harry.
Good afternoon. I'm Harry Donahue. I'm one of the board members of Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys, and this is the second major restoration that FPT has done with the Baltimore Streetcar Museum. Our first restoration was 2168, the PCC car, and now this year a 97-year-old snowsweeper from Philadelphia. And we'd like to thank everybody who contributed to the car. There's also a young man here who, through his social media, Logan Tracy, who by his social media raised almost $10,000 for the car. So we'd like to thank Logan also. And now, is Matthew next?
Yes.
This is Eagle Scout candidate Matthew E. Nawn, who took on this project. It was his idea to restore this old, beautiful sweeper.
Hey everybody, I'm Matthew Nawn. I'm the Eagle Scout candidate who restored the project. I'd like to thank everybody who worked extremely hard over the past 2 years and 1 day since we started this project. This project was started September 18th, 2018, and today, on September 19th, 2020, it is finished. Thank you to everybody. I'm the person who gets the reward at the end, but without everybody working hard, putting over 1,300 hours into this car, it wouldn't be possible. I'd like to thank a couple people in particular. I'd like to thank Harry Donahue for his work. I'd like to thank Jerry Sattarelli back there for his work on the exterior. I'd also like to thank Mike Lawson for restoring most of the metal parts on the car. I'd also now like to present a gift to the Baltimore Streetcar Museum. John, or Ed, if you want to receive it. This is the first 2 pieces of wood we painted for the project, and I'd like the Streetcar Museum to have this in their archives for the rest of history.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you to everyone who's worked extremely hard on this project. If anybody else has any comments they'd like to say, you're more than welcome to say them now. Else, let's end the project.
Matthew, I'm going to say a few other concluding words. Matthew's father, obviously, and the project coach, but first, as Matthew's father, it means a lot to do a father and son project together, and to do a project at a place like Baltimore Streetcar Museum, but it is like a family, and where these types of projects are supported. Again, seeing Matthew have both the freedom yet the mentoring to do a project like this to myself and his mother means a whole lot. I'm really grateful for that and all the support people have given. I again want to recognize Jerry Sattarelli. Jerry, if you would come up just a minute. Jerry, come on, Jerry. Jerry's a little camera shy, but again, Jerry, among many other people, put so many hours in. Jerry took away hours from his business. Doing cabinetry, doing carpentry is his career, but he took time away and donated his labor to this project. As Matthew said, the hours that have been put in, it's been a tremendous transformation, and we were going to paint the car The joke is that's what we started with. We ended up tearing it apart and rebuilding it. That's not uncommon. But Jerry, Matthew mentioned Mike Lawson, Ed, who was always getting supplies for us, Harry, donated a considerable amount of paint. The time that went in. Buster and Mark, we're going to finish the lettering. It's one of the items we're going to say punch list. We're not done. However, the punch list remaining, just put some final adjustments on the windows, the logos and the numerals. And phase 1 is complete. We may do another ceremony down the road for phase 2. Logan Tracy and Andrew Nawn have offered to restore the interior of the car as phase 2. Harry Donahue and I have offered to mentor them. And the Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys will continue to donate paint and supplies for that. And eventually, at phase 3, we'll put the wing plows back on the car and the other broom. But that's in the future. Again, today we're here to celebrate Matthew E. Nawn, completing his Eagle Scout project. In commemoration of that, we have a small ribbon hung on the car. It's red, white, and blue. It's red, white, and blue in the same pattern and similar to what is on the Eagle Scout badge. And Matthew's badge is not finished today. He still has to have his project reviewed and what's called a border review from Boy Scouts. But completing the project was the remaining thing. So in a moment, we're going to ask again the major contributors to come up with their masks on, and we're going to have Matthew cut that ribbon, and then we will depart with C-145 and the car 2168 for a ceremonial ride around with both cars. Come on, Logan. Logan's been doing all the filming. He hasn't even got a chance to take credit for all his hard work. So. All right. We're going to pause for photos then. If anyone wants group photos, we leave our masks on.